Hello guys, amigos, WRO here. In today's video I am ranking the best LEGO Technic parts/components for WRO Robomission and Robosports. This is ranked by first how useful they are, how they connect to other mechanics, and lastly how it allows opportunities for more mechanical connection, meaning more mechanical strength. By the way, not every mechanic that is used everywhere is going to be in S tier, because those parts that are used a lot are just basic parts which don't have a lot of depth to them. Anyways, if you disagree with me at any point, please comment on this video. I do read all the comments. So the first part we have are basically all the beams. Beams are essential to robotics as they are by far the most used component for robots. Beams are important because they are the basis of robotics. How else are you going to connect one part to the other then? Beams comes in all sizes, big, small, and some even having the plus hole as one of its holes. I think beams are really good but a little bit overrated. Because there are other components of the EV3 set that are better. For example, you can use frames instead of because to connect the beam to another beam to finally connect to another part, you can just use the small frame. Even better, it reduces the use of resources and creates more holes to connect to. I am overall giving the beam A tier. It's good but don't use it too much. Next we got the frames. Frames are really underrated as they are basically squared up beams. Instead of putting a bunch of beams and L parts and H parts together, they is conveniently a simple frame to do the trick. Frames comes in all sizes, as there are small frames, big frames, and really big frames. In my other video I said the blue-based frame is one of the best bases for WRO. Go check that video out. So frames can do a lot of things, reduce the need for resources, and add more opportunities for mechanical improvement. I think frames are really underrated and people should use frames more. I am putting this easily in a tier. Next up we got another good part/component, the axle. This is another cannot not use component of robotics. Without axles you cannot do a lot of things, for example connect wheels to the motor, well except if you use the EV3 large motor or the NXT large motor, which you can just use a connector for it. Anyways, axles are super important. No axle, no gear, no motor, no wheels. I think that's all. There is no other component that can do the things axles can do. They are outright unreplaceable. But that does not mean it is the best mechanic. Yes, it's absolutely essential, but the thing is we want these components to improve our robots. We already have them in our robots anyway and everyone knows how to use them. It's not life-changing knowing that without axles you basically can't do anything and is certainly not going to impact your robot a lot. I am giving the axle in a tier because there are more components people aren't using that are pretty game-changing. Next component we got are these panels. And easily these aren't the ones I was talking about being game-changing, because panels are pretty useless unless you only want decoration or you want to use panels for sumo. Which I absolutely recommend, by the way. Panels are one of the best ways to make your robot strong because frames with beams or beams can just break, but panels it's almost impenetrable. With that being said, however, in any other domain this thing is not good. If you want to connect on place to another, use a frame, a beam, or another component that is on this list which is absolutely broken. Actually there are a lot more broken mechanics, so be sure to watch till the end. Right now, S tier for sumo but B tier for everything else. After this we got ourselves one of the components I was talking about. Which are these lift arm things. And especially this one that I am showing on the list, which is in my opinion the top 3 components for LEGO robotics, and I am telling you this component is not number 3. If you're into square robots like me, I think you would absolutely love this mechanic as it acts as an corner, therefore you can make your own custom frame with this lift arm thing. I just like to call it the L part because it looks like an L but it's not L at all. I think people should use this more often as this component can connect a lot of parts together and make it really strong. Easy S tier. If you do have different opinion to mine, please comment it down below and I will read all of them. Next we got the connector component. Now this is another game-changing component as actually not a lot of people use this as much. Most people just use beams and axles and some frames to make a robot, but not a lot of connectors. Connectors are very good as it allows more opportunities to mechanical connections. These are absolutely amazing if you use it right or pair it with the L part. I am putting this in S tier as more people should use this to make robots. Thank you very much for watching, like and subscribe for more videos.